Peace is not a right. It's a reward. You want to feel fucking peace? You go to war. You go to war with yourself, with your laziness, with your anxieties, with your depression. You go to war with all of it, because that is where peace is found. Peace is a reward, not a privilege. So don't let anybody bullshit you into believing it. You have to remember, a lot of people, they always listen to other people's excuses of why they never get started. But the truth is, you don't need other people's opinions of why not to get started, or why it didn't work for this person or that person. What you need is fucking results. Nobody's gonna listen to you if you have nothing to prove it for. If you just talk, but if you can't walk, then who's gonna listen? I'm not gonna listen. Your girlfriend isn't gonna listen. She doesn't respect you anyways. The world isn't gonna listen. You have no viewers, no content, no nothing. How are you going to back up your claims? You could be the wisest person in the room. You could be the smartest person in the room. But if you don't have anything to back it up for, if you don't have money, if you don't have power, if you don't have status, if you don't have nothing, nobody's going to listen. You know, even though there are millionaires who are fucking idiots in the real world, and there are the most geniuses on the streets, who are you more likely to listen to for advice? You're not going to listen to the homeless guy, because the homeless guy, even though he's the smartest person in the room, probably suffering from fucking type 1 schizophrenia and psychosis, which is making him smart, giving him that privilege. But you're not going to listen to him anyways, because he has nothing to prove it for. His life, you don't look up to it. You look up to the millionaire. Even if they're a shitty person, you want to know what they're doing. What do they do for a living? What do they do for work? How do they make all that fucking money? So you could be the smartest person in the room, but if you don't have anything to show for, your voice is mute. You don't have nothing. So in this lesson, we have to understand that it's only you versus you. This is the topic today. This is your enemy. You are your greatest ally, and you're also your biggest enemy. Your enemy isn't the government. We all know that there are systems in place that fuck us all up, so you can't win. We already understand that. We already understand that modern slavery is still a thing. Slavery never ended. It's bullshit. It just changed the rules. We all understand that your low-paying job isn't going to get you anywhere. Your enemy isn't the government. Your enemy aren't the systems. It's not your ex-girlfriend who fucking cheated on you. It's not your best friends who did things to you. It's you. You are your biggest enemy. So, how do you overcome your biggest enemy if you're the one in charge of constantly making things happen, but always fucking everything up? It's going to be consistency. Try it, even if it doesn't work. Again, you don't need other people's opinions. What you need is results. Because how consistent you are is the kind of results you'll keep on earning. And your results, they're never deserved. They're earned. Everything in this life is earned. You know, there are people who are consistent, but when they feel like they deserve results, they give up because they haven't gone anywhere with their consistency. So they feel like, well, I keep trying, but I've received nothing. And if you have that mentality all the time, then of course you're not going to earn shit. Nothing in this world is deserved. Everything is earned. So you need to earn your right to get results. Now, how do you get results? You keep being fucking consistent. It doesn't matter if you fail. Who cares if you fail? A homeless guy is gonna find a way to get money to smoke crack anyways. If they can get it, why can't you? Ask yourself, Why can't you? The guy in the street with no money, no nothing, literally nothing, is always going to find a way to get high. But you can't seem to make your first fucking dollar by yourself without a job. Bro, there are so many ways to make money nowadays. It's ridiculous. It's really fucking ridiculous. There's money circulating everywhere. Every fucking second there's a transaction to be made. And you're telling me that you can't get in between a transaction to make something off of it? Nowadays, you can literally fucking bullshit your way through into certain rooms just to make money. I've done it. I've done it many times. Why can't you? So now, it's you versus you. Remember that. It's not the world. It's not the government. It's not the systems that were put in front of us. It's not the court. It's not the law. It's not none of that. The only person who can make it happen, but also the only person who can mess it all up. So, if you keep being consistent against yourself, you will earn results. Sometimes other people get lucky. Or, I wouldn't say lucky, but sometimes people are so consistent that the odds of winning become in their favor, where luck enters the equation. Because no matter how consistent you are, you will always earn your way to results. Sometimes you may not get results. But even if you fail, those are the results from your consistency. You will always win a result. If you've gained nothing, then you've won something. You know what not to do again. So you just try again, but in a different way, because you will earn results. It's that simple. Now, what happens when we see results? A lot of people, when they're consistent, they start earning results, but they don't know what to do with it. They say, maybe I've made my first $100, I made my first $1,000, first $10,000, $100,000, whatever the fuck it may be. When people start to earn results, they get comfortable. And for you, you cannot get comfortable. Because the moment you get comfortable is the moment you become your enemy. All over again. You just fucked it all up. So keep being consistent, earn your results. Who gives a fuck how you feel? And don't get comfortable. Because the moment you become comfortable, everything just falls apart. I've seen it happen with everybody. You've seen it happen to yourself. I've seen it happen to myself too. I've seen a lot of shit. And the problem with comfort is nowadays, comfort is what's celebrated. Average is what's celebrated. And weakness is always trending on fucking algorithms. Here's the biggest fucking scam that I've seen everywhere. Men are told to slow down. Women are told to settle. But society tells you that it's not good or it's toxic, it's bad for your mental health. The moment you start to become ambitious, the moment you start to become disciplined, the moment you start focusing on yourself, they say you're selfish, they say you're narcissist, they say that you're sabotaging the relationships around you. You need to learn the mentality to just not give a fuck. Those people aren't gonna fucking pay your bills. Those people aren't gonna make the results happen for you. They're not gonna build your empire. They're not gonna take care of your mother when she's in her fucking deathbed, wishing that her own son could have paid for her bills. They're not gonna take care of none of that. So you need to develop the mentality of who gives a fuck what people think. You don't need other people's opinions. What you need is results. Who gives a fuck what people think? If they're not better than you, then you shouldn't even be listening to them anyways. I see it happen everywhere. Bro, I get fucking messages all the time from certain people saying they want to make suggestions of how I should do things. And I just tell them straight up, I'm not gonna fucking listen to you. You know how many fights I've been into with certain people because I tell them I'm not listening to anybody who is not on my level. And I tell them respectfully, like really respectfully, whether it's physically, mentally, financially, I can't listen to you if we're not on the same bracket. If you're better than me, I will always listen. But see, I made the mistake of even being with these people in the same room who are lower than me. If you want to always be growing in life, you need to be in rooms where you're never the smartest. You need to be in rooms where everybody's better than you. That's where you're gonna grow. You're not gonna grow in the same fucking average room with a bunch of dorks who are just talking about how to play video games, or maybe what party we should go to for the weekend, what club we should attend, what bitch we should fuck. None of that. You're not gonna learn shit from these kind of people. You're gonna learn nothing. You're gonna go around the world for another year and with your same bullshit New Year's resolution. I wish I would have done this. My New Year's resolution to getting into the gym, to make more money, to find a better career, to find a wife, find a husband, whatever the fuck it may be. And it's going to be time after time after time after time after time. You are your fucking enemy. You are your biggest enemy. And you're getting comfortable and you stop being consistent. You are your biggest enemy. So you need to remember this. Obsession equals legacy. You need to be fucking obsessed. I don't care if you're the McDonald's worker. You better be obsessed with that. You better be the best fucking toilet cleaner out of the whole country, out of the entire world. You better be obsessed with what you do. Because people feel like they deserve results because maybe they're full of talent, but they're not obsessed. You need to be obsessed. Who cares if you feel tired? Fuck your tired, fuck your depression, fuck your anxiety, fuck your PTSD. I don't give a shit if you've broke. I don't give a shit if you lost everything that you've had, because the markets in the real world don't give a flying fuck how you feel. They only care about action. They only care about results. Average people are always talking, but never getting anything done. So I ask you today, who are you? Are you gonna settle for average? Or are you finally gonna get started? Because time is running out. You don't know what's coming. And if you're seeing this video today, then this message was meant for you. I'm not here to motivate you. Fuck motivation. I'm here to give you a fucking wake-up call. That time is running out. You need to get started. You need to get started now. Because soon the gates are gonna close to become rich. The gates are gonna close to earn your right for people to respect you. AI is taking over all of the jobs. The billionaires of this world are buying up all the land. BlackRock is buying all of the properties. You're not going to be owning anything anymore. You will learn to just be happy with nothing. Time is running out really, really, really fucking fast. So are you going to settle for average? Or are you going to be obsessed and build that legacy? You cannot settle for average anymore. You need to get to work.